AFL Round 14, scores, ladder and latest news from Down Under. GETTY Essendon stunned West Coast Essendon produced arguably the biggest shock of the season so far as they defeated joint leaders West Coast in convincing fashion at Optus Stadium. The Bombers started strongly, kept the Eagles to their lowest ever quarter-time score in Perth, and never looked back as they went on to lead all evening. Coach John Worsfold delighted with the performance. He said, "It was a tough game, but overall we're obviously pleased we took the opportunities early when we had them, which gave us a buffer, and just kept that pressure on all night. I thought our ball movement going forward was really dangerous with good, early decision-making." Collingwood moved into the top four, for the first time this year, as they notched up their fifth straight triumph by downing arch rivals Carlton before 53,706 at the MCG. Forward Will Hoskin Elliott kept his remarkable goal in every game streak alive, with 3 majors, while AFL rising star contender Jaden Stevenson also impressed. Up at the Gabba, Jeremy Cameron booted 3 goals as Greater Western Sydney kept themselves in the finals picture with a comfortable win over lowly Brisbane. GETTY GWS kept up their playoff campaign against Brisbane. However, all the talk from the match was regarding the 25-year-old forward's high elbow in a marking contest on Harris Andrews that left the Lions player concussed, with blood streaming from his mouth, and having to be stretchered off. It's an incident likely to see him face a lengthy suspension from the MRP. Speaking on Fox Footy after the siren, he defended the challenge. "There was no malice intended. He is a great young player and playing some awesome football. I just saw the ball coming and I like to go at the ball really hard. It was unfortunate I hit him in the head. I definitely didn't want to hurt him. I played the ball on its merits, in a game of fine margins." A strong finishing Port Adelaide bagged the 4 points with an important victory over Melbourne in front of a packed house at the Oval. Power vice-captain Ollie Wine celebrated his new 4-year contract extension, signed earlier in the week, with a starring role and helped his side to grind it out. The Demons will be disappointed at the loss, having played so well and winning the key stats, but ultimately paid the price for not making the most of their opportunities. GETTY Jack Z. Bell was North Melbourne's hero. Jack Z. Bell was the hero, scoring the winner with just 25 seconds remaining, as North Melbourne came from behind to get up over the Western Bulldogs. A thoroughly absorbing and sometimes fiery encounter saw the two sides produce an absolute beauty, an even, keenly contest affair that went right down to the wire. A pumped-up Kangaroos coach Brad Scott, post-match, said, "You practice for those scenarios a lot and they don't happen that often. Clearly when they do, they're pretty important moments, so you fall back on your training a little bit. It's great for the players to be on the right side of one of those really close games." Despite some inaccurate kicking, Hawthorn still proved far too strong as they eased to a 53-point success over Gold Coast. Midfield ball magnet Tom Mitchell made his 100th AFL appearance, while Jack Gunson kicked 3 snags for the Hawks. Adelaide, Fremantle, Geelong, Richmond, St Kilda and Sydney all had the bye this round but will be back in action next weekend. AFL West Coast 6.16, 52, Essendon 12.8, 80, Port Adelaide 11.9, 75, Melbourne 9.11, 65, Hawthorn 13.18, 96, Gold Coast 5.13, 43, Brisbane 12.10, 82, GWS 16.13, 109, Western Bulldogs 11.9, 75, North Melbourne 12.5, 77, Collingwood 11.13, 79, Carlton 9.5, 59, by Adelaide, Fremantle, Geelong, Richmond, St Kilda, Sydney. Related article.